no such thing as engaging or disengaging. There is no such thing as having or not having. Everything is starting by initiating to obtain, to attain, to practice for attainment. Once beginning like that, it becomes a bondage, the state that binds itself like this continuously. The mind is also bound like that. Any state of mind, any state of Dharma attainment is bound like that because of practicing for attainment. That is grasping for something that doesn't grasp for itself. That's why it's become a bondage. All the practice is the suffering act because it is grasping for something that doesn't grasp for itself. That's why it becomes samsara of Brahma realm, Deva realm until the hell realm. It is derived from practice and act of suffering. It is the delusion towards something that is not about grasping. And it becomes a concern, becomes fear to lose the state of mind, state of Dharma attainment. If there is no grasping, there is no concern for anything. If there is no grasping, then there is no need to be afraid to lose it. Buddhas have enlightened to the truth that is non-attachment, whether it is worldly or Dharma. Even Dharma is anatta in itself. It cannot be grasped. Whether it is defilements or Dharma, it cannot be grasped. Whether it is worldly or Dharma, there is no need to choose. Even liberation of suffering or Nibbana, there is no need to choose. Because all the delusion to choose will deceive oneself on and on. It's not about grasping. Nibbana or liberation of suffering is not about something to be grasped. So listen, the essential code of the essence of cutting deluded knowing, the essential code of the enlightenment, that which has nothing to do with attachment or non-attachment, that which has nothing to do with grasping or not grasping, being deluded or not. This is the essential code of the enlightenment of all Buddhas. Nothing to do with being deluded or not. In Nibbana, there is no such thing as being deluded or not. It's not that Nibbana is non-delusion, but there is no signification of being deluded or not. It's just an opinion and meanings about being deluded or not. Have to listen to that which has nothing to do with being deluded or not. Those who try to not being deluded, they will be stopped. Stop the trying to not be deluded. Therefore, it's not about grasping or not grasping truly. In Nibbana, it's like that. No such thing as grasping or not grasping in Nibbana. It's not something to be attached to. It's not something to be detached from. It's not something to be liberated or not from it. It is the conclusion of Nibbana for samsara. It's not something to be liberated or not liberated from. make a conclusion well. It's not a lot. Make a conclusion to end all the choosing sides, liberating or not, ending or not. Make a conclusion to purify the choosing. In the end, it will end all about choosing. That is ending the samudaya, the cause of the suffering. The Buddhas only reflect the samudaya for all beings. All the options, the projection to obtain is to be reflected by the Buddhas. That's all. Nibbana has no forms or states of mind. Nibbana doesn't have symptoms, states, or conditions. It is just a terminology of language, not having, even not having itself. What did the Buddha share? Just reflecting to see the cause of the suffering, those who are projecting for obtainments or attainments, it's reflecting that to end it. There is not much, no complications. There is no such thing as being deluded or not. Samsara has been fixed by opinions and meanings. The desire of opinions and meanings creates opinions and meanings in this way or that way. And opinions and meanings has been dwelt in the way to practice and proceed. It is the delusion of the desire that is misleading the opinions and meanings, decorating and fabricating opinions and meanings. This is the cause of the suffering. That's why there is the attempt to begin and to end, beginning and to end, on and on, trying to be attached or detached, on and on, trying to let go or not letting go, on and on. This is all about the acts of the suffering. In Nibbana, there is no such thing as letting go or not letting go. It has nothing to do with it. This will end all about trying to let go of the sensations, the unbearable, and the hindrances. In Nibbana, there is no such thing as letting go or not letting go. What is there to be letting go of or not letting go of for all these natural elements of sand, rocks? These are natural elements. There is no need to let go or not letting go. There is no need to liberate or not liberate in whatever ways at all. That which has nothing to do with letting go or not letting go, all the same with everything. This is the conclusion of Nibbana, for everything, all the same, for everything. Oneself, even oneself, is just like the common element. When you give significance to all these elements, it becomes significance of the desire that is misleading and deceiving the opinions and meanings. We have to listen to something that purifies within itself in the terminologies. then there will be auto-purification within the opinions and terminologies. Listen to that which is not grasping even for the non-grasping itself. This is the auto-purification of terminologies. It will affect the opinions of samsara that form up and being deluded to itself. Actually, the enlightenment is direct, but when it's far from the Buddha era, it becomes faded, grasping for opinions and meanings in Dharma. That's why it becomes faded. But if we are in front of the Buddhas, listening directly, ending directly, there is no straightforward for the future. Listening directly, ending directly, ceasing the ceasing itself, right there, right in front. It is not about being straight for the future. When we are in front of the Buddhas, there is no such thing as straighting for the future. It's just ending directly. Because it is not relying on opinions or meanings at all. Even the delusion has nothing to do with being deluded or not. Just don't give significance to the delusion. It has nothing to do with being deluded or not. This is not relying on opinions and meanings. No such thing as engaging or disengaging. It's there because of opinions and meanings. Being deluded or not, there is no such thing. It's there because of being deluded to opinions, using opinions and being deluded to it. In Nibbana, there is no such thing as having or not having. With this, it gives ending to the education, ending the practices, ending the delusion to practice, to study. Once the mind is not cared for, everything will be unlocked and released out. There will not be anything that is dragging down for anything. The unbearable and the suffering doesn't grasp for itself as it is. Suffering and the unbearable discarding itself all the time. All the difficulty to bear, or the easiness to bear, discarding itself all the time. There is no need to be deludedly sustaining anything. Once there is no need to drag anything along or care for anything, that's okay already.